we have some new audio upgrades on the channel, and I'm liking it a lot. Hey everybody, this is Tom, Tom's Tech Show, and I every once in a while, you get money from Google and everything because when you're part of their partner program and they send you $100 every couple months into my channel, and so I have to reinvest that into the channel, right? So it's a business, right? You got to do that kind of stuff. So I found on Amazon, I found the HyperX. Here's the box. That's where the HyperX QuadCast S. So this is a pretty high upgrade, nice upgrade microphone. Customizable lightning anti-shock mount. Tap to mute, 4 patterns for audio, and a little better, kind of noise, with a little more directional than my other microphone that I was using, and a little better pickup, things like that. So if we look at it here, so this is in the HyperX website under the microphones. You can see here that they've got a new one. It's the new HyperX QuadCast 2, which right now is only red, is $149. They're selling some of the other ones out. The old HyperX probably to clear out stock at $98. They've got these, so this black one here, and then they've got the white one here, which is the QuadCast S, which is this one that I have here. And then the much less expensive Solo, and then there's some other, older Solo microphones, and then the Procast, which has the XLR connector in the bottom. But I went with this one. They're selling it right now for $138. I got it off of Amazon during, Amazon's their Prime days or whatever, and I got it for like $100. So that was very cool to be able to do that and grab that. But so we've got a few things that I'm just gonna bring up so this is the audio controls of OBS, right? So we've got the little audio control panel here. And if I just sit here, you can see the HyperX. So my old microphone, let's go over that. My old microphone is this little blue snowball thing. Okay, so that's, was what I was using before, and I was definitely having all kinds of problems with noise. So if I just let it sit here, so you can see the gray bar up on the top line there, it's picking up all kinds of noise everywhere because it's very omnidirectional. If something else was in the room that was going on, then it would pick it up immediately, and there would be all kinds of problems. I'd have to have everybody be quiet in the house, and nobody liked that. So yeah, that's kind of how that ended up. So what we're going to do is, if I move over here, I think it's on the single. Yeah. So I have the audio capture here. So right now I'm on the HyperX microphone. So what we're going to do is we're going to mute that. And now we've unmuted the snowball. So they're about the same distance away. The snowball is on its little stand down here on my desk. It's about the same distance away from me. So it's like right here, and I'm talking into it. And it sounds a little echoey. It sounds a little hollow compared to the HyperX. So let's go back to the HyperX. Okay, now we've switched back, and just a better sound. I mean, both of them are flat. There's no effects. There's no, EQ or anything on either microphone. So that, kind of gives them an equal comparison. So, I mean, the Blue Snowball has been good for all that I've used it, and for as long as it's been here. I think it was only like $49, right, to just get started and get into doing, audio. But now I wanted to step it up, do a little bit better. This one does have the little dial in the back that you can set how the audio is, whether you want 2 sides, 1 side, everything, depending on what your audience is and what how you're talking. If you're doing a 2-person interview, you can set it up to be, both sides work, and then it'll, pull in both sides, which is really nice. I mean, that's very handy to do that. So let's clear that out. It does have an application that allows me to adjust the colors. You can see on the screen here, it's actually kind of the blue inside the microphone on the screen is actually bouncing a little bit, and we can adjust things in the audio. Right, here's the pattern. Right now we're our cardioid for best for podcast streaming. We can do kind of a polar pattern can be changed on the dial, and there's here, so we'll switch some of them, and then it'll say what it goes to. So if I switch that, now it's bi-directional, so you can have one person on each side. Go back to the cardioid, go back omnidirectional, that's everything everywhere. If there's other things in the room, then it might, pick up some extra audio, somewhere. And then there's stereo, so that you can have, both sides. I guess if you're doing some kind of musical recording, then that would be great for that. So really nice to have the settings and be able to change that. And then there's a headphone jack here that you can plug in headphones and monitor what's actually coming out of the microphone or what audio you have if you want. And that is there. And you can adjust that headphone volume there. So, and this is our microphone volume. So I have it fairly, even here. It's not like blasting. It's only at 71. Right, so it's not pounding, it's not going crazy, and I'm still getting really, really nice audio out of it, right? I don't have to, the other Snowball, I was like running it at max, because sometimes I had to be further away and trying to do things, and it just wouldn't pick up, so I'd have to go and move it forward or go crank all the audio up everywhere, and it's just nice to have that headroom in case, you have to get really close, and then it just maxes out the channel. So, and the other thing that you can do here, of course, is do effects. So right now I've had it set to the VU meter, and we can change that color to be kind of any color that we want. Around if you want to do green, match and kind of match. The nice thing is you can, if you have a brand, right, and you have a certain color on your YouTube channel, you can definitely like change that so that it's it matches your YouTube channel, which is kind of nice. I mean, I'm kind of into the blues, a little bit on this channel, so that's where I end up. And you can set the opacity here to make it be more or less. But you can also do some other things. So we can delete that, and we can add an effect. We've got solid, blink, cycle, lightning, wave, and VU meter. So let's try lightning. We click add. Okay, so now we've got lightning, and then it will, sit there and shock, the, pulse. The lightning, you can change that over to more of a blue color. So it's just going to sit there and kind of pulse, which is kind of, nice little effects. Maybe yellow would be better for lightning. I don't know if actually white would probably be the best thing for lightning. And you can set the speed where it goes really fast and pulses. What other effects do we have? We have several other effects. Just a cycle. So it will cycle through. So here's a whole set of colors. So it'll just sit here and fade and go through all of the different colors. If I just kind of let it sit here, and it's just going to sit here and pulse through all these different colors, which is, which can be nice depending on what you're doing, kind of thing. There's also blink. So blink's a little, I don't know how that is. If you're going to be doing some kind of gaming, or I guess if you set it to red, and then you were doing some kind of, red alert of some kind, then that might be all right for that. And just solid. You can just have it be solid. Pick whatever color you want. Like I said, I'm into the blues kind of thing. And then you have all lights, and you have selection. So you can select, I think there's a top light and a bottom light. So there's a top light in here, and there's a bottom light. So you can have it be either light. So I think you can change it. So click that there, and nope, it changes both of them. So you can have it either select one or the other. And there's little eyedroppers. I guess you can go and select a specific color if you have a an application or web page or whatever that you want to completely match the color. Then you can do that kind of thing. But I'm going to go back to the VU meter here, and then we'll set this back over to blue. And then I think we have to we can set the direction, right? So this is coming down from the top. You can set the direction to flip it over and go from the bottom up. So that's a little bit, there's like a light in the top and a light in the bottom, and it's kind of using those to kind of mesh the, broadcast the light inside there to inside the microphone. So there we go. That's the upgrade for our audio. I was moving the arm around here and it was squeaking like crazy. I had to get some silicone out and spray it into the arm. I probably need to get a new arm. I did change this comes in like a default position, so it comes, the little cage here comes facing this direction, straight out this direction. So you can take these little elastic little things off of the ring and pull the microphone and turn it to whatever, because we're dealing with directional, right, audio. So right now we're in the cardioid, which is straight on, so I would want it here straight on in front of me. So so I had to turn it a little bit just to get it to go that direction. So you can do that. It's very flexible, and it did connect right. It does come with, have this here. It does come with a little stand if you want to do it just right on the desk, on your desk, if you can. But I have, like I said, I already had the microphone arm, so I can move it around and bring it close and move it away. So that is also one option that you can use, but it does have the boom arm mount that lets me do that. So yeah, it's been working really well. I mean, you have volume down here on the bottom, and I can adjust the volume up and down just wherever I want. If I see I'm hitting too really hot on something, I can go whoa, and I don't have to pull up an application. I don't have to do anything. I just hit that volume and drop it down. There is the top of it also. Tap it and then it goes mute. So if you're in a podcast, you need to step away. You don't want, should I click this? What am I trying to do? You can just, and then turn it back on when you come back. So that's very, very easy, really intuitively made, right, for doing podcasts and setting things up like that. So, and I just really like the sound of it so much more than the old Snowball. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I guess if I have somebody else, if I ever get to interview somebody else live, right, then I can give them the Snowball or something like that and set that up for them to talk. So should be interesting. So if you can get a hold of one of these cheap, and you can go with the lower version. I mean, a lot of the features are very close to similar. So let me turn this back on. Are kind of similar. So if you go to the different models here, like the lesser model, if you don't mind having the red, right, you're okay with the red. It still has a lot of the same kind of features. So you've got the anti-shock thing built in. You got the on-off. You've still got the 4 selectable polar patterns. You've got the mic mount adapter. So you have that. The volume control gain underneath. It has this built-in, the grate is a built-in pop filter, which works really nice. And then here you can see the monitor has the little headphone jack right there in the back, and it works with all gaming platforms, PC platforms, all of that. So that that's like a less expensive, a little bit less expensive model. They also have these which one? These down here. I haven't used this HyperX DuoCast USB, but it has some of the same features. So it has the on-off thing, has some volume. It has just cardioid and omnidirectional, so it doesn't have as many. You can't do the 2-person interview where you're standing, where you're on both sides of a desk, which would be, if you never do that, then that's fine. And the only lighting it has is like the blue light around the middle of it there. So I mean, that would be a good upgrade if you wanted to go a little bit less expensive. I probably, if I would have known about these, I would have bought one. I would have bought that, that $49 one before I would have bought, the Snowball. It's the same price, right? Well, it's on 50% off right now for their sale, so that's pretty good. I don't make any money off this. They're not sponsoring me or anything. I just did my upgrade, so I can have a better microphone to make my shows. I used to have in some of my other shows, I had LED lights. Behind me is a WS2811 light strings that were like a VU meter, and I just haven't gotten around to getting my Arduino out and putting all that up. So I went with this because it does kind of have the VU meter kind of feature again, which I like. So yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching it. If you have any questions that you want me to answer about these microphones and how they work, and if you like the audio, please let me know compared to the old Snowball. Appreciate any input and feedback on that. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That helps it out and helps it to grow. I'm back making videos. I took some time off my family things going on. Dad passing away. Things like that. Sister-in-law passing away. Dad passing away. Wife having surgeries and things like that. So things are calming down now. So I'm back to making videos. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and have a great weekend.